I really wish I could pay like, $1,000 to go like back in time for maybe like 20 minutes just to see what the hell my great grandparents really were doing. I mean, 50% of the time they were probably clapping each other's cheeks and just, doing the Lord's work. But I feel like the other 50%, they were just hauling, dude, just slaving it away, man, for no reason. Just working on the freaking farm, picking berries and shit in the mountains, or at least that's what I assume. I don't know. Or maybe they were just 70% of the time clapping each other's cheeks. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the BustyBuffalo Podcast with your host, me, the whitest man and the cutest man you've ever seen, Edo Dulaws. Welcome back. Welcome to the BustyBuffalo Podcast. That wasn't that bad, huh? Welcome back. I could be a fucking country singer for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, man. I have that southern twang. Oh my god, dude! I hope Janita heard that. She's in the other room reading her book. You know what I mean? All right. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is a beautiful sunny Sunday. A sunny Sunday on the Lord's Day. I mean, who first called it? Who was the guy to be like, hey, listen, we all have been working so hard this week. On Sunday, we're gonna pray and fuck, dude, and we're gonna relax. And it's going to be called the Lord's Day. Anyways, man, I hope you guys had a fun week. I hope you guys didn't have a crazy week. I hope you didn't have, too much alcohol in your system. And I hope you guys like this second camera I set up, huh? To be honest, it's just another, webcam. I mean, for all of you listening to the podcast, I put another second camera right here on the left side. So anytime I need to say something intense or, funny, I switch over to this camera. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I don't know. What's today's date? Dude, the 21st of August. Jesus Christ. This fucking month is flying by. And I'm super fucking happy. Because, to be honest, I'm a big fan of summer, but I'm not a big fan of how hot it has been for this goddamn state in August. I know usually Washington's not that. You guys hear that? I'm sorry if you guys hear shit in the background. There's some construction going on. Either way, I have dealing with the heat, but also living in this apartment because there's carpeting all over the fucking place. It's hot, dude. And I'm ready for the fall. For me, I'm a big guy. As you can tell, I'm a big guy. Okay, and I like it when it's cold. When it's hot, my balls sweat a little bit too much, and I can't really deal with that type of heat. You know what I'm saying? So. A little bit, TMI, but I'm just gonna go out there and say it. We all have swamp dick and swamp ass and swamp balls, and if you're gonna be that guy and say no, you're lying. Either, I mean, maybe you're just living in a very cold climate. I don't know, but for a good fact, I know for a fact everybody here has swamp balls as much as I do. So I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready to wear some nice warm clothing. I'm not ready to be going to the gym though in the fall. That's like the fucking worst when it's cold as hell out. And you get your grind on in the gym. The Planet Fitness dudes come up and fist bump you because, they know you're fat as fuck and they know you're doing some good shit in your life. Yeah, so to be honest, I'm really ready for the fall and winter as well. But I'm not ready for the sun to go away. I just wish it was not as hot as it is. You know what I mean? Either way, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. What do I got for you guys today? Again, we're doing the same old... All right, listen. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and implement the AI questioning. The 5 topics for me. It's like a roulette asking questions at the end of the podcast, which I'm a big fan of. I love that segment. It was probably fun as hell for me. Or it was probably fun as hell for you guys to listen to me last week. And it was fun for me to actually just, try it out. I put all my effort into AI's hands, and I just, I tried my best with it. So, and to be honest with you, I thought it was more fun. I didn't have to think of any dumbass topic. or whatever. I didn't have to look into the news and be like, hey, did you guys see this? But I don't really like what's trending right now, to be honest with you. So I think we're going to go ahead and stick with the AI. If that's fine with you guys. Either way, I'm still going to fucking do it. I don't care. It's so fun. But yeah, just a little update for you guys this week. I don't know. I was thinking of doing some more gameplays, but let me get gameplays, meaning I'll just record me playing some games on my PC. Let me know if you guys would be down for that. I really want to play some new scary games because I see a bunch of people streaming some weird scary games right now. And you guys know me. I'm a big fan of streaming, or a big fan of some scary games. So I think we should definitely try that out. So let me know if you'd be interested in watching that. Or if not, tell me. Let me know and be like, hey man, we're only here for your face. We're only here for your beautiful white face, you know. Probably one of the best whites in the Western Hemisphere, I'll be honest with you, but that's not biased or anything. And anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Balls are super. Right now, I had to take off my shorts because, as you can tell, the sun is shining through, right? It's a beautiful light, you know what I mean? And it just gets hot as fuck in this place, man. And then eventually, I just had to take my shorts off. Thank God you guys don't have to see me in my underwear. I mean, that's a loss for you. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and kind of dive into my week and see and tell you guys what has been going on. So last week I took a little bit of an intermittent break from the gym, and if you've been listening to the podcast, you know, frequently, you would know that my hemorrhoid maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago basically disabled me. I looked up online and everyone's saying, listen, if you have a hemorrhoid, you can go to the gym. It's good. You get your muscle relaxers and go to the gym, and I don't know, it relaxes your asshole a little bit. So I did go to the gym on my hemorrhoid on one day. I did. And it was probably the worst decision I ever made in my entire life. I came back home throbbing, not in the good place either. But either way, last week I took a little break from the gym, kind of just giving my body a break, you know what I mean? Because after a while, dude, you got to give your asshole a break, man. You know what I mean? Your asshole is the most sensitive part of your body, other than maybe your fucking eyes or, I don't know, your balls or your, I don't know. Either way, but this week I got back into the gym, and for anyone, dude, listen, if anyone's just a bigger person and wants to kind of just lose weight in a normal pace, if you're eating right, you know what I mean? The best, in my opinion, is just doing elevated, elevated walking on an elliptical. If you go to the Planet Fitness, you can increase the incline, right? First, I put the incline on 7 my first few days. Now I'm inclining on 12 and 13. But that is also because I have monstrous mountain man legs. Okay, so I don't recommend this for a newbie or something, right? I recommend this for someone who is into working out, has crazy ass muscles, and if you guys don't know, I am a Bosnian child, okay? Product of the war. Fuck. Product of the war. And I'm just kidding, dude. My parents fled and I was a little refugee baby in another country, but I'm still at heart, in my heart, I am Bosnian. No, but I genetically just have huge calves. It's something that, out of all the insecurities I have in my life, that's probably one of the biggest confidence boosters I have. No matter what sport I did, I always got complimented on my calves, regardless. And it was just, I don't know, also the best conversation starter. People be like, my God damn, how do you have calves that big? It's like, I don't know, dude. I probably had a freaking uncle or I had an old great-great-grandpa who was like a mountaineer or something. That's my guess, at least, just because I have no idea, dude. Because I'll see myself in the mirror, I'm like, dude, what are these things, man? If I could plop my fucking feet up on top of the table right now and show you these calves right now, to be honest with you, nobody else in my life, other than maybe Asians, I feel like a lot of Asians have crazy calves just because their great grandparents had to fucking walk 5 miles to get to school and hike up a mountain just to go to a grocery store or something. So that's how me and a lot of Asian people relate. We just have good calves. you know, and I take a lot of pride in having some good calves. Because I'll see people walking around, dude. They don't have good calves, man. It's almost like an embarrassment. You know, like there's that one dude who's that one guy from that Full Send podcast, the one of the Nelk guys, like the main guy, I think is Kyle, that's his name. If you see the pictures that he posts, I'm not hating, but I would be probably insecure if I had stick legs, you know what I mean? It's just also, it's not my build, you know what I mean? If you look at me, you're like, oh, Shrek, right? You're Shrek. But a lot of other dudes are just really skinny white guys, and, you know, their dads were salesmen for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years. And they didn't walk anywhere. They just, you know, sold fucking paper and cars and whatever the hell. So they're like a lineage of just salesmen, right? And you know, on the other side, you have my ancestors who are all just, you know, savages and lived in the wild, right? That's me just kind of assuming, but realistically, I feel like my ancestors were all just hardworking, you know, farmers or some shit. And then I had like great grandparents who were just always wandering around the mountains just because it was what they did for food. I don't know. That's what my guess is. I don't know. I really wish I could pay like, you know, $1,000 to go like back in time for maybe like 20 minutes just to see what the hell my great grandparents really were doing. I mean, 50% of the time they were probably clapping each other's cheeks and just, you know, doing the Lord's work. But I feel like the other 50%, they were just hauling, dude, just slaving it away, man, for no reason. Just working on the freaking farm, picking berries and shit in the mountains, you know, or at least that's what I assume. I don't know. Or maybe they were just 70% of the time clapping each other's cheeks. I don't know. But I'd like to assume that because of my cows, they're too big, man. Like they're not normal for anybody else. Either way, I am ranting. I am completely off topic, and I need to get back to what I was talking about. So I went back into the gym, and I don't know, man. That's all I really want to do. Because before I was lifting all the time or whatever, but I don't care to get bigger. I'd like to be skinnier and smaller. I understand that if I could look more cut, more lean and cut, I'll go for that look. But to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of bulking and getting so muscular and having to keep that muscle over time, always having to lift. To be honest, I just want to go to the gym, do some cardio, sweat some freaking stuff up my ass, and then go back home and have a good time. There's not that much of a difference between just going to the gym and doing cardio, other than just looking huge compared to just lifting all the time. And I understand people say you might lose more weight by lifting. I like to see the results. I am a naturally huge person. So when I go lifting, the next week, I don't lose weight. I gain muscle. So when I look at my body, I'm getting bigger, but I'm not really shrinking. I like to shrink, if that makes any sense. Okay? But so all I've been really doing maybe the past like 4 days is I go on the elliptical, I put the incline up as high as I can, as much as my body can endure, and then I slowly get that speed up. And dude, when I tell you that I don't leave that place without sweating a gallon of sweat out of my body, dude, I leave that place drenched. So listen, if you're wanting to, you know, if you're looking for some advice for the gym, you know, and you're not trying to, you know, break your knees or, you know, strain yourself, go on the elliptical, put the incline as high as you can do, all right? And keep going up every other week. You know, every other week, just keep pushing it. And eventually, like, you just put your phone up, you watch, you know, like porn. I don't know what people watch when they work out to motivate them. Some people watch porn. I don't know. Some other people watch a little simple podcast to get the time flying by, and others watch porn, right? So, I mean, dude, I can't imagine if I walk by somebody on an elliptical and they're just watching like just BBW, BBC, hardcore. That would be so fucking cool. All right, and yeah, so that's basically the, you know, my gist of that. You know, if anyone's looking for some workout advice, I might not be the best person to be asking for it, but I can guarantee you what I've been doing really helps, and you see results, and it's not that hard on your body. So definitely go ahead and try it out. Listen, if anyone is looking for some advice, just give it a try, dude. You know, it won't hurt you. So yeah, I've been getting back into the gym, dudes, and we'll see how that goes. You'll probably see me losing weight as time goes on, and you won't be able to recognize me anymore, dude. I'm gonna be the new face of the North Korean brand of polo. But yeah, dudes, if you're looking for some advice to go to the gym, just try that out. You never know. It might help you out, it might not. The worst it can do is just make you look better. I don't know. The worst it can do is get you puss, right? Go into the gym, man. Sweat that shit out, dude. All right? And then listen, even after the gym, when you come back home and you look yourself in the mirror and you still look disgusting and ugly as fuck, your confidence will be there, dude. Okay, the dopamine rush in your brain will be there. You won't need anything else to freaking make you happy. The gym will make you feel good, all right? And if you're single, you can go to the gym and find some hotties, dude. All right, go in there and talk about, how much money you make and flaunt what you got, dude. All right, and you can get some biddies. If you're lonely, that is. I don't know. If you're not lonely, then just go there and get a nice little workout, sweat it out, get your balls damped up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, dude. I mean, to this week, to be honest with you, I haven't done much at all this week. I went to go see UFC yesterday at a buddy's house. I mean, if you guys are a fan of the UFC, you probably seen yesterday's fights with Leon Edwards knocking out Kamaru Usman like just last round. I don't know. There's something about the whole underdog, beating Goliath, right? David versus Goliath. And I don't think anybody really cares for a guy who's constantly winning, to win again. I understand if you're a huge supporter, you're a big fan, but what's the fun in that? Really, what's the fun in rooting for a champion to win again and again and again and again? Everybody wants to see the champion everybody wants to see a new guy. Everybody wants to see a new chapter, all right? Nobody wants to keep reading the same goddamn book over and over again. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's the pressure that builds for a lot of champions to want to obtain or keep their belt over years and years and defend their title like so many damn times, which Kamaru Usman did. If you guys, I don't even know. I feel like preaching to people who might not even know too much about UFC, but Kamaru Usman defended his title 5 times and won each time. It was against Colby Covington like twice, Jorge Masvidal, and then I think Gilbert Burns as well. That's 5. Yeah. And then he won the title from fudge me, dude. I have no idea. Either way, the man, defending his title so many times, but then you have this underdog of a child, Leon Edwards, 5th round, just knocking him out just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I mean, you gotta love to see it, dude. But, hell yeah, dude. I got to see that yesterday. Got a little tipsy with my boy. My friend couldn't handle his alcohol. And the thing is, I'm not a big drinker, but I really feel bad when people get too drunk around me. I don't really know how to react to that kind of shit. I usually am the one to kind of not be around people when they drink a little too much. But I was a good friend, all right? I talked to him and, was very comforting. But realistically, I have no idea what to do when people get too drunk. I usually like to I like to put those kind of people in a room and keep them in there. Don't let them talk to other people. But that wasn't really the case. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My buddy, he's okay though. The thing is, dude, back in the day, I used to get freaking, I don't know. My mom watches the podcast, and I'm pretty sure she would know when I would tell her, like, hey man, I'm going to a party, gonna have some friends, see some buddies, you know what I mean? Maybe talk to some new people or whatever, right? But I think she would know I'd be going to a party just getting fucked up, dude. I mean, I've probably told this story maybe a few times, but I'll tell it again. I don't care. It's one of the best stories I ever have. I just remember going to first I went to Penn State. And this is back in the day when I was a degenerate child. I still am, but I am a grown degenerate child. But ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you this was a bad time, it was a bad time. I was at Penn State when I was maybe my first year in college or second year in college. And I was going to a community college at the time. So me and my degenerate friends who were still in the area, we would travel all the way up to Penn State, State College to, the big boys, see the big boy at the actual Penn State, right? And this was on a game day. I'm pretty sure it was Penn State versus Rutgers as well. From this is all trauma too, so I'm never gonna forget this. Me and my buddy Zach, shout out to Zach if you're watching this, man. Him and I were just chilling back at the townhouse that we're at, and I'm not gonna say whose townhouse it was or whatever, whose football players it was, but we're chilling at the townhouse, and because we didn't have any tickets, we were broke as hell, and we just didn't have the connection to get the tickets. We kind of stayed back, watched the Rutgers game. We destroyed Rutgers, so we knew everybody was going to be coming back just happy as hell. But even then, we ordered wings, pre-gamed, found some PBRs in the fridge. Not a good time if you're older, but when you're a kid, you see that's gold, right? And we're just already pre-gaming. Everyone comes back, so we're like, all right, well, we won, so we're all going to go out and enjoy our win. And even after, pre-gaming and everything, I was like, I felt good. It wasn't that hot outside, but we still decided to go and try to find a decent party to link up with. We went to a few other places, kind of just feeling the place around. Went to a frat house, saw a bunch of white people doing cocaine. That was lit. And decided to leave because that was weird, and it was so damn hot, man. I don't understand why people love to go to frat parties when it's all just a big sweat fest, especially in the summer, dude. You have about like 50 to 100 people in one house, just grouped up, sweating, creating fucking heat. You know what I mean? That's how you know humans are just machines, dude. We're no different than like a plow, like a snow plow, dude. Like, we need calories in order to create energy to blow off steam, sweat, right? We are machines, dude. All right. Either way. And I just remember being in that frat house and walking in with my glasses, and immediately when you pass the doorway, glasses just fog up. It's literally like I can't see shit. I try to find the nearest big industrial fan that they have in there, like that would really help, and it doesn't. So after that, we decide to head on over to. We get I guess somebody was told like, oh, there's a penthouse and blah, blah, blah. We can go there. And since we had a connection there, we went to the penthouse. And sooner or later, we find out that it was actually the Penn State cheerleading penthouse. So sick. I mean, I didn't get to see any of the cheerleaders or anything. It was like a refugee camp up in there, dude. You could not move. I mean, you had to say, excuse me, excuse me. Or you'd be like, oh, realistically, I was like, oh, I'm trying to get through, because I didn't have any manners back in the day. I was a little bad boy. But I just remember I was walking through the people. And by the way, on the way, all the way to walking to this penthouse, I'm just taking beers out of this person. I forget who the hell even was. It was somebody's like cousin that was of the football player that was with us, right? So he was just there just to be there. And he's drinking, and I reach into his backpack, walking around with beer in his backpack. Wonderful, wonderful time. And on the way to the party, I'm already done. Like, I'm like kind of just gone. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? But I could tell that I was just getting there, and it was bad. And eventually, at one point, I keep reaching in just to grab more beer from my buddy's backpack. And after drinking just a few more, I'm standing there in the penthouse, and it's maybe fucking like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I feel like I have to throw up. So immediately I'm shimmying through people because, like I mentioned, it's a refugee camp. You can't really get through that bitch. And I'm shimmying through people like nothing. And I get to the point where I'm at the bathroom and I just see a whole line back to the fucking room, like back to the bedrooms of the penthouse. And it's a line for the bathroom, and I'm like, yeah, this line's not gonna, I can't wait. So I start pounding on the door, asking the dude, like, I gotta get in. And the guy literally reverberates, nah, I'm good, hold on. So I'm outside the door waiting, and eventually maybe a minute passes by, and I'm like, dude, I am gonna throw up all over this place. So I keep banging on the door. The guy doesn't open up the door. And he just keeps saying, hold on. Something like that. And eventually I kind of gave up. Like, you know, in life when you resist, you know, there's so much resistance going on where you feel like you're not in control anymore. At that point, I wasn't in control. I let go and I let life just happen. I let it run its course. And I was just, you know, from like a third person point of view, watching myself at this point. I let it happen. And so I put my hand on the wall and I'm literally just counting down from 10. Literally, I'm just waiting. I'm like, all right, 10, 9. I get to 3, 2, 1. And then I projectile vomit all over the fucking wall, dude. It is like probably the grossest shit I've ever done in my entire life. It was one of the most worst times as well, just anxiety driven. Everybody that was in the back of the line to the front of the line rushed out of the penthouse. It was like maybe 20 or 30 people just decided to book it because they saw me puke all over the place, which I can't blame them. You know what I mean? If I saw somebody puke right next to me, I probably would have to leave. If it's that intense and hot, I would have to get out of the place. I'm cleaning up the fucking whatever with whatever paper towels are near me. And then the door opens to the bathroom. The guy just steps out saying, ew. Literally steps out of the bathroom over my fucking puke and he just walks away into the party. And then my friends start to help me clean up my puke. And then cheerleaders come by and they're like, oh my God, did he actually puke all over the place? What the fuck? And then my friend was like, no, that guy left. Like, we're actually cleaning up with him. Like this, like and I am just gone. Like at this point, I'm not there anymore, dude. I'm just in the ether. I'm wandering around the ether and waiting for my consciousness to come back. You know what I mean? And at that point, I got escorted out. Not by anybody, you know, important or security guards or whatever. It was just my good friends who were like, yeah, man, tonight's not the night. You know what I mean? And as I'm walking down the penthouse, dude, walking down the stairs, like going back to the streets, I see like 5 football players who are now like just in the NFL. But at the time, they're just college football players, right? I saw Saquon Barkley that night. That was so fucking sick. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was a crazy time. Back in the day when I was drinking, and nowadays it's not the case anymore, man. Daddy's a good boy. You know, we don't do that type of shit anymore. But now when I see people get drunk, I don't know. I don't ever want to be in that position ever again. Like, I don't think I'll ever. I like to be a little like, you know, buzzed, or people say tipsy or twisted, I guess. I don't know, crossfaded if you like to smoke when you drink too. I don't know. There's a comfortable feeling, right? Like everyone likes that. I mean, when you're a young guy and you're just doing whatever the hell you want in life, like that's just what you do, you know? Literally my Muslim community is probably watching this and they're just like, astaghfirullah, oh my God, God's gonna... Hey man, God wouldn't have made alcohol if it wasn't so I'm just kidding. But yeah, those are my heydays, you know what I mean? Such a good story that I'll probably have forever. I could probably turn that story into like a good stand-up bit as well. But sometimes I just like to keep stories to myself, man. It's just for me, you know what I mean? Nobody else, just for me. And I like it like that sometimes. Because there's times where I like to share a lot of things, but there's some secrets and shit I know about people and stories that, I don't know, you'd see on like the New York Post or something. So I like to keep that kind of stuff to myself. But yeah, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I had some fun yesterday. My buddy got a little tipsy, and it just brought me. I don't know. It like, it's crazy how memories kind of come in out of nowhere when you kind of just experience something, and a thought kind of clicks in your brain, and you don't know where that thought or memory comes from. It just pops up in your brain, and you remember every second of that memory, right? It's just weird, you know? But yeah, him being drunk triggered that. My friend being drunk triggered that. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, not too much to really, you know, talk to you guys about. I don't know. I don't really do too much during the week. I'm pretty sure you guys don't either, man. It's literally just normal shit. I like to do the podcast on a Sunday because whatever I do on Saturday night, I can share with you guys. But yeah. Either way, I wanted to get into this segment as quick as I could. I'm already down 30 minutes right now, just wasted talking about nonsense, right? But I have the same thing as last week, guys. I wanted to do the 5 topics, discussions / questions created by an AI. And I want to keep this segment going because this is just, I don't know. I think this is fun. I don't see anybody else doing this. So I don't know what to call this, this segment. Ask AI or let AI. Oh, what could this be called, man? Let AI fuck me? I don't know. That's bad. That's really bad. That sounds awful. Let AI destroy. Ask AI. Let's call it Ask AI. Let's ask AI and see what's going on, dude. All right, and let's see what they got for us this week. Okay. So the first question / topic: what's the worst thing you've ever done? The worst thing I've ever done. There's not a lot of like bad things I've really done, man. I mean, if anything, nope. I was about to say I knocked somebody out, but that was because I was defending myself. So that wasn't the worst thing I've ever done. The worst thing I've ever done. Oh my God, dude. I literally have no idea. I've never done anything like so like bad. And I'm trying to, unless I'm repressing my memories, I genuinely don't know if I've ever done anything like horribly wrong. I remember telling a girl one time when I was dating her, I couldn't date her anymore because, my ex-girlfriend died, but she didn't die. So I couldn't I don't know. I try to lie and say whatever the fuck I can just to get out of that relationship. I remember, so stupid. When I just try to think of that kind of shit, I'm astonished by my own actions. Like when I'm older and I think back as to what the hell I did. The worst thing I've ever done, man. Yeah, dude, that's hard for me to because what I've done that's bad is probably isn't the worst. Oh, you know what? This might be the worst thing I've ever done. Okay, so, oh my God, this is bad. Just because I hate thieves nowadays. I have never stolen anything in the past 10 years. No, 10, 12 years of my life. But as a kid, dude, I used to just hang around the worst people. I used to hang around just complete degenerates. And yeah, the worst thing I've ever done was, so one day I stumbled upon this naturally. Okay, so this was me in 5th grade, by the way. This is 5th grade because I remember I was young and I had to walk to this specific bus stop in order to get to school. And this specific bus stop was only for my middle school. So I would walk every morning to a specific bus stop. I know the same street too. And every time I'd walk to the bus stop, I would walk by this amazing house, a beautiful house. It was a ranch house, but you would look at his lawn. A person who actually takes good care of his house, his lawn, makes it look perfect. So first thing that pops in my mind is rich guy, right? Rich guy, got some shit. So it's not like I broke into his guy's house. So don't think that's what I did, okay? Because I'm not a fucking savage. I wish I did. That would have been so cool. But instead, every morning I would walk by his house and I just would stare. And then one day I remember I saw during the winter, people would keep shit outside of their house or apartment because it's so cold in Pennsylvania. What's the point of keeping things in your refrigerator at that point? You have a natural refrigerator outside. It's colder than your actual refrigerator. So people would keep drinks, whatever, outside. And one day I stumbled upon, it was maybe cold as hell outside. And as I'm walking by, going to the bus stop, walking by his house, I noticed he has soda cans all outside. All a bunch, just a 30, those 36 packs of Pepsi, Coke. And first off, I was like, wow, how naive do you have to be to not keep that shit hidden? Either way, so one morning, I was like, fuck it, man, let's go. I want to drink for lunch, you know what I mean? Because every day I was too broke. I was on, finance lunches because I was a broke boy. So every single day I literally had a chocolate milk, chicken patty or a slice of pizza, and whatever the fuck they give you as a side, like a vegetable or something. So that's why anytime we would have like green peas or, green beans or whatever, I would just dump my fucking plate with vegetables because that was the only thing that would fill me up during lunch. The chicken patty didn't because that shit was ass. The chocolate milk was just pure sugar. Either way, I'm diverting from the story here. But I remember grabbing just one Pepsi. I'm like, he won't notice. It's already open. What's the chance of this guy literally counting his like boxes and boxes of soda cans? So then I took one. Why not? I took a soda and I was like, all right, well, I'll keep this for lunch, Days go on and maybe one day I don't do it because I want to stay low key. Maybe another day I do it just because I want to feel the thrill of it. So at this point, I am thieving this guy's soda from basically his so he has this car. Like I love how houses have like carports that are just connected to the side of their house. For some reason, I just like that. I like that. It just looks nice. You know what I mean? I don't like how a garage is built into a house because when the garage door opens, the whole fucking house knows you're home. But when there's a carport, you can put shit under there. Your light, the sun is still not, destroying your paint. But this guy had a nice carport and this driveway that was like a tread just to get up. And he had the most sensitive, like, you know how people have those lights that just turn on by themselves? He had the most sensitive fucking light. So you could have taken a step, maybe 2 steps on his fucking driveway and that light would have turned on. So just that alone, you can tell how ballsy I was. And I remember one day, I eventually told one of my buddies, I know his name, I'll call him Timmy. It wasn't Timmy. It rhymes with Tammy, but I'll call him Timmy for now. And one day, Timmy and I told him about it. I kept it a secret to myself because I thought that was a gold mine. I mean, for Christ's sakes, it's free fucking soda. Every day you get free soda if you want. So if I told anybody else, they just, they would have taken advantage of it. They would have ruined it. Like it's almost like finding a fishing spot. You know what I mean? You find a good fishing spot. You don't want to tell anybody. It's not even your land. It's somebody else's land. It could be the government's land, but you hold that fucking secret fishing spot for yourself because you don't want any other dirty bastard to take it from you. You know what I mean? So I felt the exact same way. I could not let this guy, I could not tell like too many people, but eventually like it was too good not to tell. You know what I mean? So eventually I tell Timmy, I'm like, hey man, listen, so the past like month I've been stealing sodas from this one old dude. And he's like, who? I'm like, the guy. I told him the house, whatever. So one morning he decided to do it with me. And when I tell you this was the worst idea ever, it was the worst idea ever to tell somebody. I could have kept this for myself. I could have been selfish. I could have benefited from this every single day. I had a good routine. I had it down to a freaking science, man. I was doing it every other day so the guy wouldn't notice. And I would feel around to see like, oh, this guy's also drinking the Pepsi, right? I would feel in there. I'm like, there's 2 less than there was yesterday after I took one. So obviously he's drinking them and not noticing that I'm taking them. So it was a good routine. And me and Timmy, I mean, I don't know what came over us, dude. We were like, why take one? We're past his car. We're underneath his carport, right where he keeps his soda and shit. And we're whispering like, dude, just take like 2. He's like, 2 for you, 2 for me. And I'm like, yeah, but did you notice, man? Like he's gonna know. He's gonna fucking know. He's gonna know that there's 4 gone. Who's not gonna notice that 4 Pepsis are gone? Seriously. So, and that was the end of it. We steal. The thing is, I took 2. My buddy Tammy took 4. That was it. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. I think that it was his fault 100%. Genuinely, it was my fault for telling him. Right? It was a secret I couldn't keep to myself. I fucked up on my part. But he took like 4, I think he took like 4 or 5 or some shit. He just took a bunch and threw them into his bag. And I was just standing there just blasphemy. I was like, dude, you are cheating the system. You can't do this. We had a good routine, man. We had a good thing going and he fucking ruined it. Next day, I'm walking down the same path going down to my bus stop, and I just take a nice gander over. and all of the boxes, all of the soda is gone. Everything is gone. Like, it wasn't just like, first you had like Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, Coca-Cola, bunch of boxes. Like I said, it isn't the 12 packs, like the, like the rectangular 3, you know what I mean? It wasn't that, dude. It was the big boxes. Like, this guy was a soda lover. He loved that high fructose corn syrup, dude. Okay? And I remember walking down and just looking over, all of it's gone. No box in sight. And the thing is, Timmy comes down to the bus stop and he's like, "Did you see?" And I'm like, "It was you. It's all because of you, dude. We had something good. We had something good going and you just had to fucking ruin it." And that was, that was the probably one of the worst things I've ever done. I probably stole maybe in a month, probably 15 to 30, sodas, like in a month and a half to 2 months. I was a savage, dude. I was an absolute savage. And that was one of the worst things I've ever done. I can't think of anything. I used to make Works bombs. That might be one of the worst things I've ever done too. I used to get like big 2-liter bottles of soda, empty bottles. And I don't know if you guys ever experimented with this. I don't know why this happens, but I watched this like old YouTube video where if you put toilet bowl cleaner in a bottle and, maybe fill it up like a quarter of the way, and then you put a bunch of condensed balls of aluminum foil in it, it creates some weird thing. I don't know what it does, but it makes the bottle expand. There's a bunch of, I don't know what the chemical reaction does, but it just makes the bottle expand and it just makes a big boom. And it was fun to just do it in a field and make a loud noise. But realistically, it would never be used as a weapon or something. It was just a dumb science experiment I used to do. And I remember one day going to the store and I didn't have any money. And my mom was like, "So do you want anything before we leave?" And I was like, "Oh, do you think we can do you think we can get some toilet bowl cleaner?" She's like, "Toilet bowl cleaner? Why would you want?" I was like, "Oh, the toilet in the bathroom is clean, not dirty, so I just wanted to clean it." My mom's like, "Yeah, we could." Yeah, my mom was ecstatic. She was like, "Yeah, you want to clean? Oh my god, who is my son? Like, is this really you?" But I remember, that was one of the worst things I've ever done. Either way, I'm stringing along, dude. I gotta stop talking about this. 2 good stories for you guys today. The second topic. So yeah, probably the worst thing I've ever done. I stole a bunch of soda from probably an old guy, man. Just, living on Social Security or some shit. I'm trying to think of any other like awful things I've done. One of the worst things I've done. I don't know. I literally I was trying to think if I've done anything like worse with I've talked to girls like in the past and I meet them in person and I see how they really are and then I just ghost the shit out of them. But a lot of people do that because they're just awkward and don't know how to like interact. At the time, now I'd be super honest and be like, "Listen, I don't think we're gonna vibe. I can't see you." But back then I was just so shy and awkward and especially with girls, so I would just ghost a lot of girls. That might be one of the worst things I've done too, but not realistically like too many bad things. Yeah, I don't know. Next question. Which celebrities do you think are sexy and which ones do you think are gross? Which celebrities do I think are sexy and which ones do I think are gross? I don't even look at celebrities and I'm like, damn. I'm trying to imagine. Dude, low key, I always thought Adele was hot as fuck. I was always into bigger girls. And so I thought she was just fine as hell. So when she lost a little bit of weight, I was like, you could have kept it, for me. You just could have kept it. But either way, Adele, I always thought she was so fine. And not just English girls. I don't know. Just weird. That was like a crush I had growing up was Adele. Trying to think who else was just fine as hell as a celebrity. Janita's going to watch this and become jealous. I just know it. I'll dream of like a girl or something in my dreams and she'll like freak the fuck out on me. Let's see. I don't know who else, man. Well, I can't just be going for girls because that's weird and biased. It's 2022, so you gotta understand. dudes who are sexy. I mean, Ryan Gosling. I was watching what's that one? The movie that he's in with Russell Crowe. The Nice Guys. That's a great movie, by the way. If you want to watch a good movie, watch The Nice Guys. That's like also like the aesthetic of the movie. So good. The writing is so good. You know, that's a great fucking film. The Nice Guys. And who I think is gross. Harvey Weinstein. He's famous, right? Or he's not an actor. Or he's a celebrity. He's super gross. Probably one of the worst fucking looking people I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen somebody who looks like they're melting in real life. Like, that's like actually a thing. People just look like they're melting into oblivion. You know what I mean? The guy just looked like he was dying slowly. Yeah. Who else do I think is gross as shit? Oh my God. I just don't really follow like celebrities that much. Like, who's really gross? Alec Baldwin? I don't know. He just looks gross. I feel like he just has like the worst fucking pubes. He just never shaves them. And all the prostitutes he hires has to fucking dig through his jungle of pubes just to get to his dick. Donald Trump, he's a celebrity. He's kind of gross. He's just getting old and like weird and wrinkly. And he's a huge celebrity amongst everyone. I mean, even people who hate him, they know him. So he's a celebrity just for that. Yeah, let's move on. Dumb question. I don't know. Maybe not a dumb question, but not really for me. Not a question for me. You know what I'm saying? Next question is, do you believe in ghosts? If so, where have you seen one? Well, you don't have to see a ghost to really believe one. I've heard some shit that it's just not normal, paranormal, okay? That changed my mind completely about ghosts or beings or interdimensional shit, you know what I mean? One time, I could tell this story. This is a good story. One time I was at home and we had back in PA, our house, like we don't have a basement. We have a crawl space and all that shit, but we don't have a basement. So we keep a lot of our stuff up in the up in the attic, you know? And attics are, you know, weirdly scary. And they're also just, I don't know. Whatever the temperature is outside, that's what the temperature is going to be in your attic. There's no insulation in that shit. It could be hot as hell, and the attic's going to be hotter than it is outside. It's just how it is. And I remember one day, I forget why I was even going up in the attic to like grab something or whatever. You know, I was just looking for something up there. We just had a bunch of shit up in the attic, just looking. I don't know. So I'm up there once, and I'm by myself at home, by myself, completely by myself, and that's a fact, okay? And even talking about this, I feel like my mom's gonna watch this and just think the house is fucking haunted. And I remember one time I was up in the attic, and I shit you not, dude, I'm hearing like when someone's heavy enough and they're walking in the house, you can hear like the thuds, like the dun dun dun. Like you can hear that. It's reverberating, and you can hear that shit, man. And I remember one day I was up in the attic and I just hear, it almost sounds like someone's, and this is how I know this is a ghost. Okay. This is how for a fact, I know this is a ghost. So the only way to get up into the attic is in the hallway, and it's like a drop down board. It comes down and it's stairs. These like sketchy ass wooden stairs that are so dangerous that weren't renovated when we got the house, but we kept them there just because why not? And, that's the only way you can get up. So when you're up in the attic, the hallway is essentially blocking off any entrance into the rooms and into our bedrooms, right? So you can imagine the living room's there, and the hallway is just a long straight hallway that leads you into 3 bedrooms. Okay, can you just at least imagine that in your brain if you can? And I just remember I was up in the attic and I hear what it sounds like someone running from the living room into our bedrooms. Literally just sounds like running just into our fucking rooms. So I immediately yell. I just yell. I yell my brother's name. I yell if anyone's there. I yell for my mom. I'm like, and then eventually I'm like, dude, someone's in the house. I was like, someone is in the, I started fucking having a panic attack. I was staying up in the hot ass attic for like 15 minutes, just scared. And eventually I heard it one more time, but it wasn't from the, living room up into the bedrooms. It was from the bedrooms out into the living room. So whatever happened or whatever is there, I guarantee you that was a ghost. There's nothing else could be. What else could that be? Nothing. 100% a ghost, dude. I don't know. I haven't seen one. I wish I have. I would love to have seen a ghost. I thought I'd seen apparitions before. Like, I remember one time I was in the woods. I wasn't on anything, just so you know. But I remember one time I was in the woods. I was looking down a long, narrow path of like a trail. And I just see lights. It's not lightning bugs. Lightning bugs are different. They're popular in PA. If you've grown up in Pennsylvania, they're just everywhere. Lightning bugs are all over the place. It looks beautiful at night, like just glowing yellow lights. But this was something else, dude. I swear to God, I was looking down this long, narrow fucking trail, and you just see like, it almost looked like if somebody threw a bunch of glitter into the air, and it was just shimmering, right? Like a bunch of glitter was just shimmering, falling down. That's what it looked like, okay? But it was going on for like minutes. Just fucking beautiful, like it was like a goddamn light show in the goddamn, all the way down the narrow path of this trail. And I even called people over. I'm like, what is that? I had like 3 people staring at it, and then eventually just dissipates, gone. Who knows what the fuck that was? That could have been an interdimensional being traveling from like place to place. I don't know. You know what I mean? I wish I knew. I really do. But there's times where I've seen it in person and experienced things where I'm like, there could be something there. But people who are outright just don't believe in ghosts, what? Do you think you're the only being, dude? You don't think spirits travel in between dimensions, man? You don't think your grandfather's trying to contact you and just give you a nice little kiss, a little peck, right? You ever hear whispers in your ear before you go to sleep? That's your grandfather trying to tell you something, brother. That's your grandfather trying to tell you something good. Either way, yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts, and hopefully you guys do too. If you don't, that's weird, man. You're almost in denial. I feel like people who say they don't believe in ghosts are in denial. They just don't want to believe that they're not, you know, I think they're scared that that's going to be them. You know, you're going to get your head chopped off, and your pineal gland is not going to be able to trigger that DMT before you die. You're not going to be able to travel up into space. I believe in that, by the way. But I feel like you're in denial if you don't believe in ghosts, man. I think that's just, it is what it is. And if you're not with it, you're not with it. But yeah, I definitely believe in ghosts, 100%. No doubt about it. No fucking doubt about it. And yeah. Next question, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys say? You want to go to the next question? Yeah. The AI asks, what's your favorite color and why? That's a simple question. That's good too, because we're really getting up into time and I want to watch some TikToks with you guys. Favorite colors will be always green, and because I love nature. I genuinely do. No matter where you go, you'll always see green. You can look outside, green is there, you know. Unless you're living in the desert, then I mean, you'll still eventually see green. You'll eventually see some plants. You'll see some cacti. They're green. I don't know. I just, ever since I was a kid, I love the color green, you know. I remember one time I was in class and they would ask us our colors. This was when we were like little kids. I just have vivid memories of like weird things that's happened in life, and I just keep that in my hippocampus for some reason. But I remember in class we were asking each other like what our favorite colors were, or the teacher was actually asking us. I said green because I love how, you know, the two colors put together in life is blue and green. Comprises, it's literally Earth, you know, RGB, bruh. That's all it is. It's just blue and green all over you, dude. The sky is blue, your trees are green. So it's either like you like blue because it's the most common color you see, or you like green because it's the most common color you see. So I said green because I love nature. One other kid says green because he loves money. And that's when I knew America's fucking capitalism is indoctrinated hard. Hard, dude. When you're like in 4th, 5th grade and you get asked what your favorite color is and you tell it because, and you say it's because, my favorite color is green because it's the color of money? What? What did you instill into your child to the point where all he cares about is money, dude? I mean, hey, mind you that he's an entrepreneur at a young age. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm mad respect for that, but still kind of sad. But yeah, green is my favorite color because I love nature, dude. I like to go on hikes, dude. You know, I got to see the animals, dude, right? Animal titties. You like to see animal titties? Anyways, dude. Last question. AI, what does it have to ask us? This is an interesting fucking... I wish I had Janita on here. She would probably go off on this question, man. She would destroy this shit. Question number 5. How do you feel about animal testing in the cosmetics industry? I don't care. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. It sucks when I see that kind of shit. But how much is it really being tested? I think people also neglecting the fact that like it's not just cosmetics, the cosmetic industry that's testing shit on animals. Like the drug industry is testing shit on the animals. That's the only other industry I know. Dude, we treat animals like ass. Like we're like, hey, what's worse? Why test this on people when I can just do this on animals and I don't have to pay them? I think it's shit. You know what I mean? It's awful. But there's so much of it going on that like, how am I supposed to like, why should I care so much when they're just gonna do it anyways? They're literally just gonna do it to animals anyways. Like I have no say in it. We can't vote for this kind of shit. We can't be like, this is not okay. We should not do that. I don't know why I sound like Jerry Seinfeld. What is up with all this cosmetics industry testing on animals? I don't know. I just think, how do I feel about it? I don't feel that strongly about it. I'll be honest with you. Maybe that's a bad thing. It is a bad thing. I should probably be in outrage that animals are being treated like this. But yeah, I don't know. But without animal testing, how am I supposed to have the best lipstick in the world? Right? No. Okay. All right. Either way, you hate to see it too, especially in like the 80s. I feel like now it's gotten better. Maybe they treat them better, or maybe not. I don't know. But I feel like if you've seen videos of like monkeys in the 70s and 80s being tested with fucking cosmetics, it just looks weird. They're just testing it on like rabbits and shit too. It's not just monkeys. So yeah, I do feel bad the more I think about it. But I'm trying to block my brain from that. Nobody wants to fucking think about that shit, dude. But it's a reality of life. Hey, if you want to look good in your makeup, we gotta test it on the monkeys. We have to. That's the only way. Unless people are brave enough to be tested, they'll be like, oh, this is a groundbreaking, brand new lipstick that we have figured out ourselves. But one side effect is cancer. You know what I mean? I don't think a human's going to be like, yeah, I'll sign up for that. Why not? Of course they're going to fucking test it on animals because who cares, right? Either way, I understand PETA though. Please don't catch me walking outside of my job or something and splash me with blood. I really don't want that to happen. Please, PETA. I love the animals. I love the animal titties. Okay, don't freak out on me. But yeah, that's how I feel about cosmetics industry testing on animals. I don't know. It's ass, dude. But how else are we supposed to look good? Is that a good Jerry Seinfeld impression? Yeah. Okay. So that was AI, man. That was AI asked us the good questions. We answered them in a fantastic way. If it's up to me, I don't know. I thought it was a great way to keep this segment going, and plus it got us talking for about half an hour. And oh my! I just wish Janita was here. She really would she would have ate up that fucking animal testing cosmetic industry question. She probably would have destroyed that shit. Because she probably just knows way more. She's just hella into makeup and the cosmetics industry in general. So she definitely would have known more than me when it came to that. But either way, she was here in spirit. But yeah, dudes, that was a segment. Okay, told you some good stories. Told you some. Where are we at right now? 59 minutes, man. Jesus Christ. This fucking. I mean, how. This is what I'm trying to keep the podcast under like an hour and a half, like intervals, you know what I mean? Maybe an hour 15, because that's like a good, that's a good length for a podcast. I'm not Joe Rogan over here filming myself for like 3-4 hours. That's like incredible. Either way, what's next, ladies and gentlemen? You guys know what's up, dude. This is one of my favorite segments on the podcast. All right. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to watch the fucking TikToks that I've curated for you. If you are listening to the podcast, if you listened to it so far, I highly suggest you head on over to YouTube. Check it out for yourself. and watch some podcasts or watch some TikToks with me, okay? This is a fun segment that we like to do here on the BustyBuffalo Studios. And I don't know. Plus, I just like making fun of random people on TikTok. What's more fun than that, dude? Seriously. All right. Switch on over to the screen. Let's see what's going on. The first fucking TikTok that we have for today. Let's get this going, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. If you are, please like the podcast. If this is your first time listening, hit us with a subscribe, okay? If you like the show, like it on YouTube, rate and review on Spotify and Apple's podcast, wherever the fuck you listen to this dumbass shit, right? But it really helps more than you know. Gets my name out there. We get more subscribers from it. We're trying to get into the algorithm, okay? So leave a good like, leave a comment if you want as well. Just say something random. Say, Edo, your tits are humongous. Well, I love how they look. Whatever. You can comment that. I don't care. But it really helps out the show, and it really gets our name out there. And I have to say this every single week because it is what it is. But yeah, guys. Okay. So first first TikTok of the day is by Brilliantly Dumb. And yeah, there we go. So basically this guy is in a public bathroom and he finds a bundle, 3 cookies in one bag, and it was just left on the toilet paper. And it just says, someone left a remarkable cookie at the John. I don't know what the John is. Maybe that's a bar or something. But he's contemplating taking them. I mean, in all fairness, I would have taken the cookies. They could have been poison. They could have been fucking edibles for all I know. But they have M&Ms in them. And I'm going to eat those every single day, dude. I don't care. My favorite cookies are M&M cookies. It's a tough decision, man. It's a tough decision. If you see a bunch of cookies in a bathroom and you don't know whether to take them because maybe someone forgot them. If anything, it's probably edibles and some dude just had to take them out, set them somewhere. Looks like a bar, so he probably bought them somewhere on the streets or just has edibles because maybe he's going to a concert. I don't know. I'm making excuses. But, or I'm being imaginatory right now, or having an imagination right now. Oh my God. I fucking hate English so much sometimes. Either way. Yeah, I would have taken the cookies. I would have taken the cookies in a heartbeat. I'm sorry, but that's too good of an offer to close down, dude. You have to take those cookies. And plus, if you see cookies in a bathroom in a bag, dude, those are up for grabs, dude. You can take those things, man. Don't worry about what people are gonna say, okay? Take those cookies and run. All right, next podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, I keep saying podcast. I'm about to shit my fucking britches, dude. All right, next TikTok. Look at the tongue on this fucking dude. It's literally just a video of a dude pulling a dog's tongue while he's sleeping, and he just keeps pulling on it, but he's snoring. I don't think I've ever heard a dog snore. Yeah, goofy TikTok. Next. Nothing too much to say. Cute, nice little cute, humble, and heartwarming TikTok. I had to show this because there's nothing more I love than fucking Indian street food, dude. Oh my God. It's good when they're just using their hands. They don't have any gloves. You know what I mean? That guy probably just itched his ass 5 minutes ago and he's just smashing the dough. Oh my God. Oh my God. And he cut off the burnt part because he respects you. Look at that. Dude, I love Indian naan, man. The garlic naan, fucking chicken naan. Oh my God, it's the best. Oh. Oh my God. If I could eat one cultural piece of food for the rest of my life, it would have to be Indian food. Because you can be a vegetarian and eat Indian food. Majority of Indians are vegetarian, by the way. It's just the fact that like you can eat meat and with your Indian food, and also not if you wanted to. I don't know. If I could eat one piece of food for the rest of my life, it'd be 100% Indian food. That's a given. To be honest, I don't like all the oil that he's putting on there. I think that's the only one thing that turns me off. Is I hate too much oil, dude. Like, I mean, even the one exception would probably be like fried chicken, but you can have air fried chicken nowadays, and it's just banging too. I mean, but look at that plate. Look at that plate. Are you serious? What you got like 3 different types of sauces with some jizz in it, right? You got some garlic sauce, it looks like on the side, maybe some, who knows what that white sauce is, dude. It could be some weird fucking mint sauce or something that just tastes so good. And then you got a little salad on the side. What more could you ask for, dude? Seriously, if I could eat only one type of food for the rest of my life, it's Indian food. All the fucking way, dude. Nothing else. Nothing else compares. Nothing else is better. And if you can say like anything else, I don't believe you. American food's garbage. American food's not even cultural. It's literally burgers, hot dogs, and eating ass. That's all that America has, dude. There's no culture whatsoever here. But yeah, Indian food. Oh my God. Next TikTok.
Hey, how about I get your number real quick?
Oh, I have a boyfriend.
No. Oh, I have a girlfriend too.
No.
No, dude. That's not it, man. That's not how you fucking get numbers. That's not it. Not a good idea, bud. Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Yeah, I love my boyfriend. We're getting married.
That's what I expect out of Janita right there. That's what I expect. Right? And that's what she would do too. She would literally, if anything, she would probably be meaner to a guy if they came up to her asking for her number. She would most likely be the mean one, which I like. That's feisty. You gotta have a feisty girl around you. You can't be a little bitch just having like a little scared submissive girl. Just fucking boring as shit. Fucking doesn't eat fried Oreos or anything. Just eats salad. You know what I mean? There's 2 types of girls, dude. There's 2 types of girls, okay? One girl that just matches your energy, right? And my energy is strong. Strong, okay? And there's another girl that just, she's a typical fucking, she's a gatherer, dude, right? She's not going to join the boys for the hunt, right? She's just there to pick up the berries and fucking, you know, boil water and make tea and shit, right? And then, you know, and then you got some girls that are just good girls, right? Get yourself a good, humble girl that'll match your energy, right?
I love my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's how you get STDs. So
Nah, all you gotta do is work protection.
As I said, I'm not gonna say it again. So get the hint. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be Janita. Yeah, that would be her. Yeah, she's so hot. I mean, the thing is, if I met Janita in real life and without knowing her, and I asked for a number and she was like, "Listen, get the hint, get the fuck out of here," I would still keep trying. I would have to. She would, yeah, and I would get her number, by the way, no doubt about that. All right, next TikTok, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Oh, you want to take a picture?
No, yeah, I was just thinking, like,
Okay. Let's take a picture.
don't need all these other pretty faces. Like, I need, because I seen you,
don't it.
and I was thinking, like, once you're mine, there's gonna be one less lonely girl in this world.
What? That's all you gotta say to pick up a mom nowadays? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I was thinking. So I'll just, like, get your number.
This is for TikTok.
Well, it's for me.
The fact that she knows it's for TikTok. She's not a mom, dude. That's some, like, older sister just asking to get her freaking booty clapped.
Okay.
Because we were vlogging, but I seen you, and, like, that's what I was thinking. Because I was like, those eyes can't be real.
These eyes are real. Look,
No, they're fake.
real. No, they're real.
So is this
Everything's
phone,
real.
and then your number is about to be really in there.
Wait, what is your name?
Noah.
Noah. Am I going to be on TikTok?
Dude, if I had a mom that was like that young and just like annoying as fuck, dude, I don't know if I'd be able to be like good friends with her. I feel I would look at my mom like some annoying fucking bratty woman. No offense to this lady. I don't think I could ever. All right, this looks like it's in the Jersey Shore too. You know, it literally looks like the Jersey Shore. So hey, I'm not surprised. You got some half sleeve arm tattoo on this guy, right? Just trying to get a mom, pick her up. Hey, dude, shout out to Noah, dude. Good guy, picking up a lady, man. Shouts out to my guy. All right, keep on going.
You're gonna be in my my contacts in a second. Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you doing later?
We're going to be here or here.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys there.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do I get a kiss at least?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Why couldn't that been me when I was younger? I was trying to pull fucking MILFs all the time, and they would just fucking laugh at me, dude. What's different? What's so different from me and this little pretty white guy? This little pretty white guy, huh? What's so different? Nothing. Nothing is different. Okay, I'm cute as shit too. Oh man, things I would have done when I was young to get a mom to smack me on the lips like that. Shouts out to this guy, man. Mad respect for getting her digits, dude. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. And get a nice little kiss at the end, too. Cherry on the top, brother. All right, next TikTok.
LA. Sightseeing.
First off, this car is beautiful, dude. Like a chromed out. I don't even know what that is. It could be like a Corvette, an old like 1970s Corvette or something. It just looks crazy. You love to see it. You love to see it though, man. A car that's that expensive just gets fucking trashed by another modern Camry. You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh no. You have some dad literally just like imagining for that guy who just like crashed his car. He was like, oh no. Oh no. Either way, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry for that guy. I feel bad that his car crashed. But hey man, buy a cheaper car, huh? You know? People flaunting their cars around. You got a crazy ass freaking Ferrari going down the street. Who's to say that some crackhead in a Ford Focus just won't smack right into you, dude? You gotta be practical, man. You gotta understand that your car could get hit anytime. So if you get mad that somebody crashed in your car and you have an expensive car, that's your fault, buddy. That's your fault. You could have just bought a nice Camry, right? You could have bought something nice and reliable. But no, you wanted to buy something cool. You act like it's invincible, man. It's got to get crashed into eventually. You just don't know it yet. All right. Next TikTok.
Why do you complain when your significant other games? Aren't you happy that...
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I understand the whole... I like to game myself. But I only have 2 monitors. And majority of the time, I only use 1 monitor. The other monitor is usually turned off. But the fact that this guy has 4 monitors, 5 of them are portrait, or 2 of them are portrait on each side. So I'm assuming he streams and shit, has fun with that. But like, dude, at this point, you're not gaming anymore. You are literally streaming. You are neglecting your wife. And I understand, like, oh, why would you complain about him gaming when he could be at the club dancing on other bitches or something? It's like, yeah, that's a cool reason, but I think even this is like, this is, oh, and by the way, the Funko fucking collection, I see it collecting on the left side. That's a big red flag. Not so good, man. Not so good.
that he's home enjoying himself and you know where he is and he's safe? Because you know damn well you'd be crying if he's at the club.
I mean, I don't think a girl would be crying because her fucking boyfriend's at the club. I just think she'd be really fucking jealous. I think she'd be crying, but hey, either way, it's a couple on TikTok, man. It's just TikTok couples are just so fucking weird to me. Either way, I just thought that was interesting. You know, I wanted to be, you know, unbiased and just be real and say that guy looks like he's just really not into being with this gal. And he's just putting way more time into streaming and shit. I get it. If you want to do that, that's cool. If it's a job and you're actually getting paid from it, then whatever I say, don't even listen to it, right? But the fact that you're going to that extent now, it just seems a bit much. It seems a bit much. Next one. Can you imagine if you're like a fucking freshman in high school and you have somebody just walking into the bathroom starting that up? That's how you make a freshman welcome. How you make them feel welcome to the school. Either way, shouts out to the kid for being a good sport as well. All right.
Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Appearing better than others is always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no faults or weaknesses. Envy creates silent enemies. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless vices in order to deflect envy and appear more human and approachable. Only gods and the dead can seem perfect with impunity.
I watched this TikTok at first, and I genuinely, like, I'm so flabbergasted as to, like, how this is blowing up. People are like, I totally agree. This is, like, one of the best things you could ever tell somebody. Show some emotions. Hey, man, listen, there's no masculinity. If you're a guy and you show that, hey, I have some defects, I have some problems, of course that makes you more human. Who's out here just acting like they're a robot and don't feel shit, right? Like, what the fuck kind of law is that? And Law 48, what law is this? Or Law 46? Never appear too perfect. Don't ever seem like you're perfect. Only gods are perfect. I'm like, bro, even gods have fucking issues, man. You know what I mean? Thor has an anger problem, right? That's his defect. Either way. Next TikTok and last TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? Dude, it's always the blurry fucking TikToks that are just the best. Yo, you know for a fact before this guy, the Spider-Man came out, he pantsed Hulk and shit before they jumped out of the van for this Mexican birthday party. And they just fucking they literally just pantsed him before they came out of the van. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely exhausted. We have exhausted enough videos out of TikTok today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But let me wrap up the podcast. I had so much fun today, and I hope you guys did as well. As always, I hope you guys have a fun week. Okay. Come back again next week. Tell your friends about the podcast. Tell how much fun it is to fucking watch this show. Tell them how much enjoyment you get out of this show. Okay. But I'll talk to you guys next week again. And yeah, I don't know. And the music that you're about to listen to, okay, first let me finish up with this. If this is your first time watching the show, like the podcast, rate and review it, whatever. Comment or some shit, right? Really helps out the podcast. But as always, the song that you're about to hear is professionally produced and mixed professionally by ELWOA. 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 Okay? And I put his music on every single time, all right? But here's one of his songs. One of the best songs you'll ever hear in your life. Just a nice little beat. And it's going to play right now.